here I am landing my first major endorsement. I got Player of the Week, Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Now I landed a deal with Sprint. Hopefully there's many more to come. Come on. All right, here I am playing against the Heat. Now, a lot of people think that the Heat, and I remember saying this on Twitter once LeBron left. Twitter was like on fire, and I'm not much of a Twitter head, but I do go on there every now and again, and you know, I go in there and I lace my opinion off on y'all every now and again, ever so often. I never claim to be a Twitter expert or a Twitter activist like a lot of people are, but I branched my opinion about Miami. Yeah, we made our little jokes and, you know, had a little memes and stuff like that, calling LeBron a Judas and all that. But I mean, it was to be expected, man. We all knew that. We all knew that. We all knew. I knew that when I was playing 2K14. I was playing 2K14 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you don't know, if many of you brand new here, I was playing 2K14 with Cleveland, and I practically carried that team with nobody on it, with the exception of Kyrie Irving. I carried that team to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost in 6 games to the Miami Heat. And that brings me to, you know, the fact that Miami is not going to be any suckers, yo. They're not going to be suckers. I predict them to be at least a 4 seed in the East. They're going to be a 4 seed, 5 at the worst. They're going to be like a middle seed in the Eastern Conference. It's not the end of the world that LeBron left. It's the fact that the other 2 guys are just going to have to step up, and the role players they got around them just going to have to play their part. That's all. We need D Wade just to be the old D, you know, the D Wade of old, and not just an old D Wade. And I'm not saying we, because everybody knows I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, so I can care less about what the hell the Heat are doing, really. But I mean, if the team is still good, it's good for the league. But like I was saying before, I carried that team, man, the Cavaliers to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, I knocked off the Chicago Bulls, which a lot of people said was like an unbeatable team in the playoffs on that game from last year. And they say it's like that the same this year. Like you can't beat them. They too tough. Like with me, I think the teams that were the toughest on 2K14 is the same teams that are the toughest, with the exception of Miami on this, which would be OKC. Well, Cleveland is pretty tough, but I've beaten them before already. A lot of you already know that. Cleveland is okay. They're tough. OKC, without a doubt. Golden State is tough as hell on here as well. But personal matchups, because I'm playing a shooting guard, the toughest matchups for me, man, it's been that way for the past like 3 years on playing this game, has been, believe it or not, Monte Ellis. That dude lights me up every time I play him. It's always a tough game. Monte Ellis, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and what's that other guy's name? Shoot, it's at the tip of my tongue. And of course, if I get matched up with Russell Westbrook on, you know, when they going with a small lineup, that's always a tough one too. But those 3 guys are the 3, like off the top of my head, they're always like the toughest guys to guard. And you know, I see that a lot of times in my videos. People say, "Oh, well, this team is almost unbeatable," and stuff like that. Let me know in the comment section, man. Who is, like, whatever position you play, who's the toughest guy to guard on this game? Like, who is like unstoppable on this game when you play against them? I'm talking about the guy that you actually have to guard. I mean, everybody can say LeBron James, but if you're not playing small forward, which I never do, because playing with a small forward on this game, and then especially if you play at the park, I mean, I don't do it much, but when I do, I don't want to go on there with a small forward that can do everything a point guard can do. It just seems too easy, so I just stick with playing shooting guard. I don't have a problem with that at all. And as I was saying earlier, Miami is not suckers, yo. They are not suckers on this game, yo. They not suckers in real life either. I mean, this game is tight. As you can see, they're out on the lead on me right now. I was up like about 9 points on them at one stretch, and they came back, and here I am getting caught lacking. Get caught lacking. I go back ahead, but they narrow the gap. I mean, Shabazz Napier, get that out of here, son. What you thought this was? Luol Deng, man, former Bull. Can't even sit here and say I miss Luol Deng that much, because he was okay. I just wasn't a huge fan of him. I tried to get Jimmy Butler to throw the lob, but he didn't. But we scored anyway, so it's all good. It is all good, man. We trying to go out in front here, because I don't want to lose. We're a pretty good team on the road. I actually like playing on the road more than I do like playing at home, because I like quiet in the crowd. So we won the game by 8 points. I'm gonna take you all to the the post-game interview and to the little meeting I had with Doc Rivers. I got to up the music a little bit because, you know, they had that music in the background. I don't want to get hit with no copyright strike. I'm out.
Well, big numbers for you on the offensive end. How were you able to consistently get your shot?
It was all about working with my teammates to open up scoring opportunities. Not just for myself, but for all of us. The more chances we get as a team, the more we all score, and the better off we already is.
Well done. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And now for Clark.
I called you in here for a reason.
Yeah, what's up, Coach?
I want to talk to you a little bit about one of my coaching philosophies, something that's become very important to me over the years.
I'm all ears.
Basketball is not boxing. It's a team sport. It's about learning to put your own needs aside to focus on what's best for the team. When we succeed, we all do it together. When one person is down, we're all down.
Oh, you talking about Ubuntu. I've been hearing about that for years. I'm all about that.
Good. With your role here, I think it's really important for you to embrace this too, and for you to help your teammates do the same.
Of course, Coach. Man, it's about the team. It's not about personal accolades or recognition and stats. It's really about winning.
Exactly. Glad to hear you're on board. Just keep thinking along those lines, and it will make a difference to the team.
Hey, Coach, I'm with it, all right? I appreciate the talk.